So greetings from Tusculum University. I'm Dr. Katherine Everhart. I'm an assistant professor of sociology, as well as the co-advisor for our Black Student Union on campus. And we are here today to talk about championing change at Tusculum University as part of the NCAA Diversity and Inclusion campaign, which can be found at hashtag NCAA Inclusion. And I'm joined today by Jalia Arnwine, who is a former co-president of the Black Student Union. And Jalia, if you'll introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Jalia Arnwine, former co-president of the Black Student Union. I graduated at Tusculum in last year with my bachelor's in criminal justice and a minor in psychology. And I am currently studying MBA for my master's. And I also play basketball.
On the women's basketball team. I think it's important to recognize Jalia. Jalia was not only nominated for the NCAA Woman of the Year Award in 2021, she was also named to the SAC All-Tournament team and also won All-SAC Honorable Mention distinction. And in addition to this, she also won the 2021 President's Award at Tusculum, which is a award presented to a graduating senior who's contributed most to the university by way of academics, athletics, campus leadership, and personality. And I've known Jalia since her first year at Tusculum and my first year. And then in the spring of 2020, she was in a service learning course with me, which is a course dedicated to serving our local communities. Of course, with the shutdown that took place, this was an incredible challenge. However, Jalia was someone that saw that challenge and met it with incredible strength and courage and grace. And so, Jalia, why don't you tell us a little bit about what took place in that spring and summer and kind of why we're here today talking about diversity and inclusion?
Right. As we all know, there was a major divide in our country back in 2020. Racial injustice had peaked in my lifetime, and it was really eye-opening because I've always read about racial injustice in books at school, but I've never experienced it in my generation. Police brutality seemed to be getting worse, and it led to protests all over the world. There were protests that took place in my hometown, but instead of me going out there, I decided to reach out to Dr. Everhart and express how we can create a positive change on campus. And over certain emails, back and forth with each other and other people at Tusculum, we decided to bring back the Black Student Union. And I thought this was a great way to bring a positive change at Tusculum and to bring awareness into relating to our world on the outside. And I wanted to be able to have classes that surrounded Black students and for us to be able to have a safe space on campus, as well as learn how we can overcome something that has seemed to be a revolving door.
Yeah, and so it was a conversation between the two of us. We ended up talking with some different administrators, and what was so great about it in terms of thinking about championing for change was that this was a student-led initiative that then involved faculty member and staff members, but then led to institutional level change in our curriculum. So we have a race and ethnic relations class now that I teach, and I'm currently teaching for the first time at this university. It was something in the works, but it prioritized it when a student, led this initiative to see change. But we also have an African-American history class now. And with the help of our dean at the College of Civic and Liberal Arts, Dean Wayne Thomas, helped us also to craft the African-American Studies minor. So this is a new program that we have that started over the last 2 years. And Jalia, you mentioned, that starting the Black Student Union. And I think that was a really significant accomplishment that we worked together with some other students to reinvigorate something that had existed at Tusculum, but kind of fell by the wayside and hadn't really been an active student organization. So maybe you can talk a little bit about the Black Student Union, its mission, and why you think that's important.
The Black Students Union mission is to serve as the official voice for Black students. We wanted to provide a foundation for other students to create a positive relationship in our community. We also want to help grow a diverse learning atmosphere, not only on Tusculum, but the Greenville community, Knoxville, and other surrounding areas. And the major goal last year was to recruit as many people as we could, whether it was people on the basketball team, other sports, other students who attend Tusculum, and we wanted them to be able to share their ideas, come up with ways to communicate with people in the community and talk about their experiences.
Yeah, and we had a couple of very successful events that are called Black and Green that speak to the Black experience in our local community and at Tusculum, and were very generative conversations and events that I think we want to continue to have to continue those conversations. And so I think lastly, we want to just talk briefly, Jalia, about how you see the work of your initiative that you started, right? This development in the curriculum and starting an organization up again, how you see that, leading to changing perspectives of other students and kind of overall at the institution.
It's amazing to see how one email could lead to so many other things. And for us to already have a Black Student Union on campus. And then I think other schools reached out and was like, that's impressive that y'all started there. So it's not just something that we started here at Tusculum that other schools can look at and be like, let's implement that into our program. And for students and other organizations to start within our campus, so like other people of color and things like that to begin on campus and to have that foundation set.
Yeah, I think it's really wonderful. And so we were fortunate to have you, Jalia, and thanks for sharing a little bit with us. And we hope that y'all will follow along for the hashtag NCAA inclusion. So thank you for your time, Jalia.
Thank you.